What's up? It's your boy Supreme the Car Guy coming at you with another one. I need you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we are going to get into it. This one is about the new hype of the Toyota GR GT. I don't know when it's coming out, but I think 2026. But it's a lot of hype on the internet about this car, and we're gonna take some looks at it, some peeps at it, and I'm gonna be giving my take on it. I mean, it's a nice looking car and everything, but I'm gonna give my take on it, and then we go from there. All right. Let's get into it. Got the LFA and the old Datsun out there. And the beats. As it looks of it can perform. I would like to add that is a twin turbo V8 in the video. That's what they said that the engine is going to be. That's in the car. It's going to be a mid-engine twin turbo V8. Let's see what else they're going to tell us. I would like to add the car. It looks nice. It looks like it can perform. But if it's gonna come out and be another one of those over almost $500,000 Japanese cars, I don't think it's gonna do so well, because again, like I say, when you're talking about cars that's in the high six-figure ranges, you're competing with Ferrari, Lamborghini. Those cars have been taking over that realm for decades, on top of decades. So as a Japanese car coming out and at those price ranges and trying to compete in that room, they're never going to win. So if this car is going to come out and be, a fast sport compact car like a GTR or something, competing performance wise with those cars at a way lower price point, then it'll do well. But if it try to do what the LFA did and try to make a rare car, almost like an exotic supercar, but an exotic car price, it's not gonna do good. Because again, you're not, if anyone, okay, on average, right, if you could afford to spend $400,000, $350,000, $280,000, if you could afford to spend that on a car, if you're that type of individual, you're gonna more than likely go with Lamborghini, Ferrari, a Porsche GT3 RS. You're going to go in that room, regardless if that car sounds better, regardless if that car may be faster. It's just the prestige in the name. When you start going to that level, a lot of the sport compact, the JDM guys, a lot of us, I understand this. Some of my friends understand this, but a lot of us JDM guys don't understand this. We look at numbers more so, and sound. We don't understand the prestige in the name. Okay, regardless if you have a GR, GT, or whatever, and you could romp on an Aventador. Let's say you can. Okay, it doesn't matter at the end of the day that you could beat that car. What matters is a Lamborghini is going to be a Lamborghini. A Ferrari is going to be a Ferrari. A Toyota is going to be a Toyota. And what sits higher than that? Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche, Bugatti, McLaren, etc. They're just, that's just the room they play in. That's the room they dominate in. You're not gonna beat them as a Japanese car, in my opinion. Well, it's really a fact, But anyway, let's keep getting into the video.
So what do you think about these? The GR-GT and its race car sibling, the GR-GT3, will be joined by the all-new Lexus LFA concept here to form the sports car apex for both Lexus and GR. All from one race-bred platform, true to GR's promise of pushing the limits for better and contributing to the entire Toyota group. And all part of Akio's promise of no more boring cars. Now the GT3 category, where the story of these three cars begins, is all about making cars for people who want to win, for professionals and also privateer racers. For everybody, it all starts with speed. Without speed, there's nothing. For the GR GT3 race car, 4-litre V8 twin-turbo engine, completely rigid aluminium space frame, an incredibly low center of gravity, state-of-the-art aerodynamics, all the critical elements are in place. But speed in itself is...
I'm going to tell you right now, for y'all who don't know, those seats, if those are the seats they're putting in there from the factory, that car is going to be pretty damn expensive. Just off those seats alone, okay? I mean, I love what he's saying as far as no more boring cars, because like I said, Mitsubishi, Mazda, they gave up, they surrendered to the soccer moms, in my opinion. No, it's a fact. Let me stop saying in my opinion. All right, well, like I said, if those seats gonna be in there, it's gonna be an expensive car. Let's go.
Not everything. The race is much more than the home straight. And the real art is how you control that speed. In a real life situation, as our master driver Morizo likes to say, it all comes down to kaiwa, the conversation between driver and car. The GT3 is engineered to give you confidence in all situations, to feel reassured that the conversation, even at the limits, in the severest of the situations, it's all about the car, giving you the feedback that you need to guide you in making split-second decisions. Fluent communication, knowing how the car will respond, so that there are no misunderstandings, bringing out the best in your abilities,
touring car,
so you can push the car and yourself even
Like,
further.
don't get that in your car.
The GRGT speaks to both types of driver, the professional driver and the recreational driver, whether that's two different people or you and your alter ego. Now, an integral part of any conversation with a car is sound, not only during acceleration, but deceleration and braking. To understand the importance of this, look no further than 30 minutes drive from here to Fuji Speedway and the transition from the home straight into the first tight corner. To brake as late as possible, deeper, faster, and power out with confidence following your ideal line. This may be the first time that we've focused not only on the sound a car makes when you put your foot down, but the visceral, guttural sound when you take your foot off. But the conversation you have on an ordinary street is different. The GRGT road car, with the same V8 twin turbo, but with hybrid power, shares the DNA of its racing counterpart more than any other car we've ever made. For this, the team worked not only at the limits of a car, but at the limits of the development process.
Carbon ceramics.
Production, car test drivers working hand in hand with racing drivers. This is a circuit-ready, everyday driver. Wild on a track day, easy to drive around town. Take it for a stint at the track, stop at a nice restaurant on the way home.
All right, that's it for that one. I'm going to have the content creator in the description below if you want to see more from that content creator, and if you want to see more of this car or even more of the video. It's a little bit left, but my take is this: carbon ceramic brakes, carbon fiber Recaro bucket seats, V8 twin turbo 4.0 liter mid-engine. It's going to be an expensive car. We don't know, because that's more like a concept car. We don't know exactly what the price point's going to be. I haven't seen the price yet, but I could assume it's going to be a decent six-figure car. Okay. If it's going to be like a LFA price car, my opinion, I don't think it's going to do well, unless they just make a few units. And again, people who can afford those kind of cars, like 400,000, 375,000, excuse me, they're going to go with the Ferrari, Lamborghini. You could get a Ferrari 488 for in the high twos. You could get a Lamborghini Huracan in the high twos, even low twos. You get them in the low twos. Or you can get an R8 for 140,000, and if you got extra money, you could put some turbos on it or whatever. I mean, it's going to cost you. But I'm saying for people who can afford those high-end price points on cars, that's what they may do. They're going to go with a bigger name, regardless of what the Nissan or the Toyota, what they can provide as far as performance and sound. Regardless of what they can provide, the Joe who can afford those high price points, they're going to go with a bigger name, because the name means everything. Performance means a lot, but the name, when you're dealing with cars in those six-figure ranges, people think about the name. Trust me, I'm around these people, and I'm even one of them. Like, I could afford a decent amount of car, but I know people who can afford $200,000, $300,000, and $400,000 cars, and once you get to that number, it's name with them now. It's no longer Japanese, it's Italian. It's no longer Japanese, it's European. So I don't know if these car manufacturers understand this. Maybe they do, maybe they think they can overcome that, but I'm just telling you from a consumer and people and someone who's around consumers who can afford those type of cars, they go for the name. Once they reach a certain price point, they look at, okay, at this price, I don't think it makes sense to have a Japanese car at this price. On average, you still gonna have a few that's gonna say, you know what, I always wanted one, or you know what, they only made 10 in the whole world. You're gonna have those, but those kind of cars will do well if they make very few units. But if they make a lot of units, they're gonna just, they're not gonna do good. And it is what it is. Maybe it might change, but usually it don't. But anyway, it's your boy Supreme the Car Guy. I am out, in peace.